Greetings, folks. Greetings. All right, for today's video, I'm basically going to talk about my strategy on leveling up. What all I do before entering the battlefield, and also give some advice to many of you who are interested in leveling up like I do. So, let's get started. Many of you know already, but for those of you who don't know, I am using the GoPro camera. GoPro camera is the newest camera that I got for leveling up. The first one was the what was it? What was I using first? I think I was using my cell phone first, and then I transitioned over to the Luxy cam. The Luxy cam I was wearing on my ear, like a Bluetooth, and then I transitioned over. Oh, and then I tried the Luxy HD, but that didn't work out, and then I ended up with this one here. So basically, this camera is pretty small. If you, I'll show it to you. Pretty small. Before I started using this book bag, I was using a Russian hat, and I had a hole in front. Okay, and basically I slid this camera inside of the little pouch, and I would just walk around wearing the hat and record. Now, for most people, if you've seen like the earlier level up videos, most people didn't like that. They didn't like, well, they liked the videos, but they had problems like with me, like, because I move around very often, and plus I'm so tall, so it was kind of hard to get a good shot at the natives. There was even one time when I was in a restaurant and I was totally unaware of it. There was a wall, and I was leveling up, and I didn't realize that the camera was being blocked by the wall. So that was the only drawback of wearing it in my hat. But I never had a problem with people looking at it and saying, "Oh, that's a camera." I never had that issue with when I was wearing that hat. I just want to pay attention to my time, see where we are. But yeah, this is a very good camera quality. It's good, no black bars. Very, very good. And they also came out with a new one. It's like I think it's a bit smaller. I may even look into getting that one in the future. But now I'm using this bag. This bag is very good. There's a small pouch here. Got a little hole here, and just stick the camera there. And there are two different ways I wear this. I can wear it like this, on my shoulder, and while I'm leveling up, I can hold it like that, you know, and just make sure it's in place and I'm getting a good angle. Or I can wear it crossways. I'm going to show you that in a minute. So the only problem with like wearing it on my shoulder like this is if I'm like this recording and someone is over here talking, I wouldn't be able to get a shot of them. Whereas if I wear crossways like this, I'll be able to get both angles. It's a little crooked here, but I can still get good footage with when I'm wearing the camera in this way. So lately I've been wearing it like this. You probably can tell from the video it's not lined up perfectly, but like I said, I'm still able to get good footage. So yeah, this crossways or on my shoulder. Now, before I go on these level up missions, what I like to do is I like to search. First of all, I have my list of language that I'm going to level up in. That's the first thing. And then I search for places. Let's say Persian. If Persian is on a list, I search for Persian markets, Persian restaurants, or whatever. But mainly Persian markets because I don't have to buy things. So I try to find places where I don't have to spend that much money. Restaurants are good, but if you keep going to restaurants, as you guys have seen in the past, you'll end up buying too much food. So I search for places on the internet before going out on these missions to save time. You want to save time. You don't want it to be out and about and you say, okay, where should I go? I'm going to drive over here. I'm going to drive over there. You want to make sure you have this stuff planned out first so you can save time. So I like to do that. And then, you know, put the location in my phone, my map, and it takes me right there to, give me just a second. I like to do that, and it takes me directly to the location. So it's always good to plan. Plan ahead before you go on these missions. Also, I like to, because this camera, I did a test before actually using it in the battlefield, just to see when it overheats. Um, this camera will start overheating around an hour and a half. Okay, an hour and 30 minutes is when this camera starts getting really, really hot. So normally I'm not in a session, I'm not leveling up for that long. So I bring an ice pack with me, the baby pack. We normally, when we travel, we take this baby pack with the ice pack inside, put the the baby food in. I use that for my camera. So after my first destination, I like to put the camera inside there and just let it cool off for a minute. I may drive around for 3-4 minutes until it cools down, and then I'll put the battery back in or switch batteries and go into the next destination. So I have to do that, otherwise the camera is going to overheat, and it takes a while for it to cool down. I don't want the camera to overheat while I'm in the heat of the battle. That and that's pretty much it. That's all I really do. I have my camera, I have my directions, all my places laid out, and I just go to the location and level up. Now, for those of you who keep asking me about the advice, like how to go about leveling up, this it isn't an easy thing to do. Well, first of all, it depends on how hungry you are. If you're hungry to get the practice in, you will go on these level up missions, and you will get it in. But if you're too afraid, you're not, if you're too afraid, you're impatient, you're worried about mistakes, or you're worried about misunderstanding something when someone speaks to you, then you're going to have a lot of problems, and the level up session is not going to go well. So you need to be relaxed. You need to be a relaxed person, be patient, and be hungry for it, and not care. Not care. Just don't care about it. Just have fun. Just go out there, use what you've been learning, and just have fun with it. That's what I do. I don't care if I don't understand something. Hey, I don't understand. I tell them I don't understand. Tell them repeat. I don't care, because it's only temporary, provided that I continue practicing in that way. So you need to take those in consideration. If you're the type of person who's just you're just too shy, you don't know how to strike up a conversation, then this leveling up isn't for you. You may just have to level up in the chat room, or those type of places. But I prefer to level up face to face. It's chat rooms are good. Don't get me wrong, chat rooms are good. I'm a big fan of chat rooms, but I like leveling up face to face because the energy is different, especially when you're in a public place where possibly some other native speakers of that particular language will come and jump in and be wondering, where did you learn this thing? It gets really, really fun. So my only suggestion is just to, you just got to relax, and don't worry too much. Just relax and have fun. Just, don't worry too much about pronunciation, accent, or whatever it is. Don't just use what you learn. That's all I can really tell you. So be prepared. Find places. For those of you who aren't studying multiple languages, don't know multiple languages, because I have gotten some comments. People say, "Oh, I don't know as many languages as you do, so it's hard for me to level up." No, you can. You have to just search for places. Search for markets, restaurants. I'm pretty sure you can find some place where that language is being spoken at. If you can't in your city, look in some of your neighboring cities or states and see if you can find people there. And you may have to travel. I mean, like I said, it all depends on how hungry you are. If you're hungry, take that weekend. Get a hotel out of state or out of town. And just chill for that weekend and go level up. That's what I would do. I would go to a different state to level up if I can't find the people in my city. I'll save more money than going to the country, right? So, yeah, that is it. I just want to show you guys what I use to level up and normally how I go about doing it. So I'm using GoPro camera. It works out really well, great quality, and yeah, that is it. Those are my weapons. One of my weapons of mass destructions. All right, that is it. Let me know if you guys have any questions. Otherwise, thanks for viewing, and you guys have a great weekend.